Hey y'all, I'm Dominique. Welcome back to my channel, Not a Guru Savage. Here where I discuss all things fragrance related, and from time to time I'll be vlogging with my baby girl. It also showcases some of my handbags and designer pieces. So if those things seem interesting to you, then please consider peeking in. So today I'm going to be giving you guys a few perfumes 101. When people find out that I love perfume, I love collecting, and I'm really interested in the science behind perfumes, the first thing they ask me is why. How did you get into this? What made you want to buy this perfume? What made you want to research what the perfume is made of and what the notes are? Well, first of all, as a little kid, my mom had so many perfumes, and I mean, she always smelled great, and even to her last day of living. My mom passed away last year of breast cancer. I did have it in another video, but we're not gonna make this video a sad one. It's gonna kind of be an uplifting one, okay? She always smelled her best, and I remember one night my sister went to her prom. I can't remember which prom it was, but she's like 10 years older than me, my oldest sister. And I remember my mom had a bunch of perfumes and these little samples, okay? And I remember I couldn't get one of them open. I waited till she went in the living room, and I snuck in the bathroom trying to smell them and put them on. And I remember I tried to open one with my teeth because it was hard to open, and the perfume spilled inside my mouth, all on my neck and everything. And I remember my mama came in upset and everything, and my sister ended up coming home from the prom, and I was asleep on the couch, and she woke me up and said, why you trying to eat perfume? And I looked at her like, really, Roxy? But I still remember that to this day, and ever since then I just been so fascinated with smelling perfumes and loving perfumes. I got real serious about my collecting probably around 2017, 2018. I started watching YouTube like crazy, and I just started going like, whoo, I need to try this, I need to try that. Even though I already had a good collection, I had a good amount, but it just went like, whoo, it just exploded. That could be a good thing or a bad thing. It's a good thing for, you know, me smelling all good, but it's a bad thing for my credit cards and debit cards. So the next question is always, can you help me find a fragrance? So I begin by asking them, what is their scent profile? Now, mind you, people who are not frag heads or really versed into the fragrance or perfume community, they probably would know what a scent profile is. So I just basically tell them that a scent profile is what fits your personality. It's like a family of fragrances, and you know, it's one particular or more than one that just really suits you, that you feel like it suits your personality. So once I try to discover what their scent profile is or what perfumes they like, I go into notes. Half of them do not know what notes mean. Perfumes have notes, and this is something I discovered. I used to just say, well, it smells good or it smells bad, but I actually found out that it's a science behind the perfumes, because you have the opening, you have the middle, and you have the base notes or the bottom notes. And some people are so intrigued with it because they don't understand, or they didn't know that that's how perfumes are made up. And I had somebody say, oh, so it's like levels to it. And it is. So once I start throwing out different notes and stuff they may like I always try vanilla, because it's like one of the most common things that people know the smell of. You ask somebody, what does amber wood smell like, or sandalwood smell like, or cardamom, they probably won't know unless they are well versed in perfumes, of course. But people you're trying to help find a perfume, they're definitely not going to know what that smell like. They might not even know what basic stuff smell like, but more than likely they would know what vanilla smell like, because a lot of people cook with it or have been around people who cook with it, bake cakes and all that good stuff. So once I find out and start asking little questions here and there of what they may be interested in, I will tell them, well, I will go home and bring you some of my perfumes from different scent profiles to see what you would like. And I normally would bring them a woody perfume, a earthy perfume, a fruity floral, a fruity, a gourmand, all the different scent profiles I can think of. And I'm going to be putting that throughout the video so you guys can see who are not familiar with it. So I go bring them perfumes from different places. And I remember the last person I bought perfumes for, I helped her find her scent profile. She ended up liking aquatic scents. because she just love all the aquatic scents that I bought for her. I bought her a shoebox full of my perfumes to test them out. And out of all the perfumes, she liked 4 aquatic perfumes that I bought, and she liked 2 floral perfumes. So she likes aquatic and florals. One of the aquatic scents I bought for her was Perfume de Lina Rose. And I actually wore this a few times at work, and she absolutely loved this one. So I told her, try this one. So she ended up trying it. She ended up loving it. And I bought her this one. I bought her this one along with the other the Ocean de Joy, I'm sorry. And she liked that one as well. And she also bought up that her niece used to wear a perfume from MAC in a turquoise bottle. And keep in mind, she happens to love turquoise. She said her niece used to wear this perfume in a turquoise bottle, and it was from MAC. So I Googled it, and it was called Turquatic. And she said that was her absolute favorite fragrance. So I said, okay. She liked Turquatic. She liked Perfume de Lina Rose. She liked Aqua de Joy by Giorgio Armani. She liked Ocean de Joy. And I think she liked, I think she liked light blue, but I don't think she liked the intense one. But I said, okay, so your scent profile is aquatic. So oftentimes when I'm bringing people perfumes to work now, I bring my little testers so they can spray it on the little strips and smell them. Because every time I bring a perfume to work for someone to smell, they spray it on their wrist and they do this. Ask them, girl, are you a DJ? Like you scratch, like you're scratching on the turntable. I always tell them, don't do that. And I had an older coworker to tell me, well, I'm trying to get the full effect of it. If you want to get the full effect of your perfume, then you will not break up those molecules, and you will actually want to smell the opening, the middle, and the base notes. You will want to smell that. So you're not getting the full effect, because I feel like when I rub my wrists and or either rub my arms or whatever with my perfumes, I am getting the dry down, which is what perfumes smell like at the last stage. Is that what it smells like? That's the perfume that's what you're going to smell in the end. The opening is the initial, and the dry down is the end. To me, you're not getting the full effect of the perfume if you can't smell the opening and the middle. And let's quickly talk about cost. A lot of times when I bring perfumes to individuals or allow them to come to my home, if I know them, of course, they're friends of mine, and let them smell perfumes, they ask me what the prices are. And sometimes I get some crazy looks, and these are successful people who, you know, they can buy the perfume, so I'm not saying it like that. But a lot of times they don't want to invest in something like that. And I understand. But for me, I feel like I'm investing in helping myself, you know, smell good. When you smell good, you feel good. So a lot of times I tell them, you do not have to buy this $375 Perfume de Marly perfume. You don't have to do that. If you don't use perfumes that often or that much, or you just a little bitty sprayer like this, then you can simply get a travel size of a perfume. If perfumes have travel size available, try that. Travel sizes range between, I would say, 20-ish to $60-ish, maybe a little cheaper than that. So you don't have to go out and buy the most expensive perfume. If you're not going to use that much of it, or you just want to try it, invest in a travel. Oftentimes I have people come to me, what do you think of this perfume? What this perfume smell like? What you think of this? And I have to remind them, baby, I haven't smelled every perfume in the universe. I wish I can smell every fragrance. I always tell them that I don't know how everything smells. A lot of times I've had people read notes to me, what do you think this smell like? A lot of times notes can smell one way with this perfume combination, and another perfume, the notes may smell totally different. So I always tell them, get you a sample size. Now, Micro Perfumes and Decant X has some of the best samples available, and I've used both of those websites religiously, so I know they're not scams. The only thing with Micro Perfumes, they don't have a wider collection as, you know, Decant X. Decant X got everything you need. Everything that I've ever wanted to try, they had it. Micro Perfumes have a lot of different perfumes, a lot of varieties, but they don't have a whole lot like Decant X. But both are great websites. Some little 2 mLs that I got from Decant X. I have Perfumes de Molly Saffronade. I love it. It's orange in there. Killian's Rolling in Love. I love this one too. This will be a good date night fragrance. Barbados Tobacco Mandarin. I love Barbados Baldia Freak, and this one smells very similar to it, so it's probably why I like it so much. So I always make sure to tell people who ask me questions about perfumes to try to get a decant, a sample, or a travel size before you listen to my review or anybody else's review, because I may love something and you may absolutely hate it. One of my good friends, Taquita, she does not like Killian's perfume. She don't like any of them from the discussions I had with her, the one she smelled. And she especially doesn't like Angel Share. And baby, Angel Share is my favorite fragrance by Killian. So that just goes to show you that people are different. People have different views. So a lot of times when I see people say things like overhyped or I don't like this, I always say, well, you know, that's why it's best to try something yourself. And I know sometimes people get paid to do different reviews. I know all of that, but I don't have nobody paying me. So everything that I tell you is honestly coming from me. But you can take it with a grain of salt, because the things that I like and enjoy, you may not like them. So even if you don't want to commit to buying a $37 travel size or a $15 decant or a $10 sample, go into your nearest store that holds that perfume and just test it out and see, and walk around the store a little while and see if you like it. Now, some perfumes are only carried in certain stores, like some perfumes you will not find at Ulta or Sephora. And just find out, look online and see where they sell that perfume at. If they have a Nordstrom's or a Saks Fifth Avenue or something near you, go ahead and try it out. If they got a Macy's, go and smell it. So once my friends, families, co-workers, people that I've been assisting with getting perfumes, once they get started on their collection, the first thing they ask me is, how do you get them to last? Okay, so if you ask 5 different people this question, you'll probably get 5 different answers. But I would say for me, I always hydrate my skin before I spray perfume on it. I always make sure that I am moisturizing with unscented lotions. I love unscented lotions, and Vaseline, it always does the trick, and Aquifer, it's a good one as well. Another tip I use, and I'm sure that a lot of other people use, is to layer it. Find a scent that has the same notes in it or similar and match it up with that perfume. And a lot of times you can get perfumes from you can get nice lotions from Bath and Body Works, and just look and see what those notes are and figure out what notes that you like in your perfumes and then match it as such. A lot of people layer with different things. A perfect example of something that I've been layering, especially in the warmer day, Tropidelic. This is from Bath and Body Works, and this is the Shimmer Mist. I have the Victoria's Secret Bombshell Lotion. I have the Victoria's Secret Bombshell Perfume. I have the Tropidelic body cream. It's put my Aqua de Joya with it. A great layering combination for me, and it has lasted all day. And because all of these are from the aquatic family, so this has been a great little scent for me. What is a dupe? Is that like an imitation? No, a dupe and an imitation is different. Sometimes a dupe may not be necessarily trying to copy or mimic that perfume. You may have the same perfumer doing 3 or 4 different perfumes and it still have that perfume DNA. Then you have some people who are just blatantly, cheating, blatantly copying those perfumes. And I was having a conversation with one of my friends, Taquita, and I remember she was saying, if I were the creators of the K.I. Lee perfumes, I would be so upset, because, on their fragrances, it has the number of tries before they feel like this is the perfect perfume. So this is Young Pistachio Gelato number 33. So it took her 33 chances to come up with this beautiful perfume, and now it is so many dupes all over the market. And as my coworker was saying, my friend, she said, I would be so upset, all that hard work, for somebody to just come on in and just make a dupe of my hard work. Understandable. But since dupes are so much affordable, people are leaning more towards a dupe. Now, I've smelled some great dupes before. I smelled perfumes. There are dupes that weren't meant to be dupes. I smelled perfumes that were just flat out imitations. From the bottle to the smell and everything, and I was like, they need to stop calling this a dupe. This is an imitation. So if you are comfortable trying a dupe of something, go ahead. But before you try a dupe, I suggest smelling the original perfume so you can determine if it's a dupe. Because to me, it may smell like a dupe. To somebody else, it may smell like a totally different fragrance. So it's best to smell the original before you call it a dupe. Perfumes are meant to be worn in different seasons. I've had people tell me, girl, I'm gonna wear it all year long, much money I pay for it. And that's fine, but some perfumes do better in certain weathers. Like for instance, for a summertime, a good spring scent, I think Versace Yellow Diamond, it takes the cake, baby. This is my favorite scent of all time. I've bought more of the 3-ounce bottles than any bottles I've ever did in my life. I had about 7 of these already. Now, the intense one, you probably can get away with it for transitioning out of the summer into the fall. And also, I always tell people, for a very, very sweet perfume, something very loud, you may want to wear it in the fall or winter season so it won't, you know, because in the summertime, it may be a little too heavy. And I always tell people for spring, you know, wear something floral, something fruity floral. So a great fruity floral is Chanel's Chance et Tundra, the EDP version. This is the perfect fruity floral. If you like grapefruit, you will love this one. This smells exactly like, to me, Marc Jacobs Original Daisy, but I actually like the Original Daisy a little better than this one because this one can come off a little synthetic first sniff. It can come off like that. But it lasts a whole lot longer than the Marc Jacobs Daisy, but I actually prefer them a little better. If it would have lasted long, I would prefer it over this one. Now, there are a lot of fragrances I feel like you can wear all year round, and one in particular would have to be Baccarat Rouge 540. I feel like you can wear this in any doggone season. I feel like it will not get lost. This is a powerhouse fragrance. There are a lot of dupes, and it is quite pricey, but I do feel like you would get your money worth because it do last all day long. Seriously. So the next topic we have is body chemistry. So for me, I'm a very sweaty girl, so sometimes I have to spray the perfume on me. I get really, really hot. And I've noticed that when I'm menstruating, I can smell perfumes on me a whole lot better. I know that may sound a little strange, and maybe because of the blood flow. So I've noticed that. And also, I've noticed that perfumes on somebody else may not smell the same on me. I've had a coworker who had Marc Jacobs Honey, baby, and I thought it would smell so good on her. I didn't even get me a sample, travel, or nothing. I mean, if they have them. But I decided to go ahead and buy it because it smelled so good on her. It had her outfit smelling so beautiful. And I did not like it. I didn't like it on me, but I loved it on her. So I ended up selling it on Macari. So I hope the person who bought it, I hope you like. Very, very important to pick a fragrance that you like on you and not just on somebody else, because it may smell a little bit different, and that's how the body works. For me, I tend to spray in my hair, all over my pulse points. You got pulse points by your ankles, behind your knees, in your elbows, your wrists, your neck, your ears. You have it in your hair. So I spray pulse points, and I also drown my clothes in perfume. But let me warn you, if you're in a workplace where, you know, you're in close proximity of other people, you want to be mindful of how much perfumes you spray. And I know all the time, this is something I battle with now in my new place of employment, my new career. I have a coworker who has allergies. She has allergies, so I'm always mindful of the amount that I spray. The days that she's not in the office, baby, I clown. But I'm always trying to be mindful of that. So that's a good tip for you. Be mindful of the people in your workplace and the people that's in your personal space. Now, if you're going to a gas station and you just coming through and you're spraying it from your head to your ankles, that's fine, because you're not going to be in that gas station for long if you come just to get some gas or something to eat. So keep that in mind. The only perfumes that I can truly say don't last on my clothes is Kylie Jenner's new Perfume Cosmic. Don't get me wrong, this is a beautiful fragrance. This is a nice little bottle. It looks like the little bags of beat up potatoes. I tend to like that. But it doesn't last long. And I do want to say that she once said in an interview, I did my research, she said in the interview she don't like really strong, she doesn't really like strong fragrances. And that's probably why she didn't come with a perfume that was just out there and just so loud and bold. And it makes sense now because this is a beautiful fragrance. Don't last, but it's beautiful. So you guys, this concludes my video. I just want to say thank you guys so much for viewing the channel, for liking, commenting, and for those who have subscribed. I really appreciate it. I'm so grateful, and I hope to continue making good content for you guys and things that you're interested in. And I know I took a little break. Some of y'all probably noticed I only got 128 subscribers, who I am so grateful by. But I took a little break because it was the anniversary of my mom's death, then the anniversary of my dad's death. So it was a lot going on that time for me mentally, and I just really had to make sure I'm in a good space to give you guys the content you deserve. And I didn't want to just, you know, just post something to get views. I really wanted to make sure that I'm posting something and that I'm making a video that, you know, is coming from the heart. So with that being said, I hope you all have a good one. See you later.